Hello everyone, this is Ep19, and welcome to episode 19 of Ep20's Dyson Sphere Let's Play program series. Something like that. We're upgrading today. All kinds of cool stuff to take a look at. So first off, I upgraded my Mecha Core, which gives me plus 800 megajoules of max energy. Which is pretty sweet because we now have a core capacity of 1.6 gigajoules. So basically doubled how much energy my mech can store. And in the interim, while I was getting ready to record, that obviously filled up all the way with our fuel power gem being at 5.6 megawatts. Still barely touching this fuel that we've been feeding into this thing. Don't worry, that'll change in the near future. I will be doing some much more power-hungry things, and my mech will once again be very sadly out of power. But at least we are upgrading that capability. So we're currently working on a little bit of mecha fuel power going on. I will probably want to upgrade a few other things once I've got that done. What else do we want to look at? Yeah, that might be a nice one. Needs purple research, and then this one needs green research. Okay, cool. So we can do purple research soon, and we'll be able to start looking at the veins that exist on planetary systems within 6 light years of our system here. So right now we're chilling in the A-Crab system, right? But we can zoom out of here and see that there are lots more stars nearby. Lots and lots more stars. What's this guy? Is this a neutron star only 18 light years away? Well, that's pretty exciting because that's not too far, I think, if memory serves me correctly. And here's a black hole over here. That guy's 25 light years away. Oh, now we're getting into the Milky Way view. Scanning Milky Way. I don't think we've expanded to this view that much yet. Look at that. There's Ep20. There's me. There I am in the Milky Way. There's a lot of clusters nearby. I think this is actually, connecting up to other, environments and other systems, which is kind of cool. But lots of stars nearby here. Look at this red giant. That's neat. But I like the black hole. I really like that the neutron star is kind of close. That's 25 light years. 30, 35. So it looks like the furthest star is about 35-ish light years away, which is not too bad. So having a neutron star nearby is kind of exciting, and I'll tell you why in the future. So what do I want to work on right now? I think I want to get these two components going so that I can make the wave function interference research. So that needs Casimir crystals, which are these, and high strength glass, which is this. High strength glass is pretty easy. It's glass, titanium, and water. And if you happen to be noticing me standing next to a little bit of water and stone, you can probably guess that I'm preparing to make this. All I gotta do is ship in titanium, do a little crafting, ship out the high-strength glass. Shouldn't be a big problem. Now, in addition to that, I'm gonna queue that up for after my current research is complete. Casimir crystals. Now, these guys are made either with titanium crystals, that stuff, and hydrogen, or we want a crystal that I don't have access to just yet, which is this blue crystal. It's a rare resource that isn't found typically on your starting planets, but don't worry, we'll start looking around for that shortly. But let's get that added so that we can get wave function interference, because there's two main things I want to get towards. I'd really like to be able to get green research going, and in order to get green, we're going to want, yeah, that's a cool way to do it for sure. But what's involved in getting gravitational wave refractors? Maybe I want to do this right now. Maybe I don't want to do these right now. I think I'd really like to get into interstellar stuff, right? So there's planetary logistics, there's interplanetary logistics, and then the final last tier is interstellar capabilities, which means going really far away, and that means going to other stars. That's what I'd like to get going sooner than later. So let's do a few things. First off, I'm going to change gears. What I want to do is get into strange matter. This is made in a particle collider, so we're going to need to research particle colliders first. Then we're going to want to research strange matter, which is a combination of that purple trappy thing, iron, and deuterium. So we're going to need to get deuterium sent somewhere. And then once we get that, we can get this guy. Cool. So we need that strange matter to make the graviton lenses, which will be a major component in making green research. We're also, however, going to need quantum chips, which are going to need wave function interference, these dudes. So we still need to make these. Yeah, because they're needed for quantum chips, which are going to be needed for the green research. Yeah, so we do still need to make the Casimir crystal thing. So let's stick with that. So we're going to enqueue you, wave function interference to get this guy, because then we're going to need quantum chips. And then we want gravitational wave reflection, needs miniature particle collider, strange matter, gravitational wave. Wow, that's a lot of things to queue up. Let's take this one step at a time, right? I'm going to hold off on the particle collider. I'm just going to get this guy going, at least for now. Okay? And then we'll work on quantum chips next. So that just needs a handful of things to get cooking. So this is about where I'd like to set up, you know, the first thing I want to do. But where am I in relation to my researches? I feel like I should research a little bit faster than I currently am. Can I sneak, if I got rid of you? Could I sneak one in here? Probably not. You're colliding with blue guy. You're colliding with blue guy, aren't you? Let's remove you for a sec. Cool. Let's put you there. You there. You can feed in. Actually, not yet. Much better. Yeah? Now, why are you broken? Is that because I had yellow here? That might be. Yeah, I moved yellow, didn't I? That's why. Okay, that makes sense. Much better. Cool. So now, I should be able to do you. So let's bring you over to here. You need a little bit of power. That shouldn't be too much of a problem. Lack of item. Not a big deal there. I'm not sure quite how tall these can be. At the moment, no higher than this, but that's not a big problem. We can solve that. Nice. Look how much faster we can research now. That is a lot quicker. A lot quicker research. Now, can I squeeze one more in here with our current... I mean, lack of item, yes. Collide with another object. Boo. I mean, you might... actually, yeah, I think I can. Is that a yes? I think that's a yes. Boo, yeah. Alright, just doubled our research speed. Now, obviously, that's going to drain our research cubes a lot more, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. We should have a healthy amount of research that we can do. So I'm good with this. I'm good with this. Alright, so let's come back in a minute once all my researches have finished, and then we're going to get ready to work on these devices, because I really want to hyper-focus right now, like I said, on getting interstellar logistics going. I want to be able to fly to other solar systems. I want to start being able to get rare resources, because we're going to need a lot more stuff a lot sooner than you think. Alright, back in a moment once all this research is complete. Oh, and as a quick note, there is a research tab here that shows you how fast your research is going. So, as you can see, we basically just doubled it, which is what you would expect. Oh, and also, we're definitely using a lot more blue, red, and yellows than we're making at the moment, so I'm counting on my backlog of researches to carry me through. I may have to amp up production of this stuff at some point. Alright, so believe it or not, all that research is now complete. Hooray! So let's get the wave function interference automated. That's the main thing that we want to work on right now, so we can work towards the ability to go visit other planets. So titanium glass is going to be the first thing we want to get here. So lickety-split real quick. Let me get a couple miners cooking here. just so we can, you know, get some glass happening. I think that looks good. And we'll do something like this. Now, which direction is north and south here? Because I always get lost. Where am I? So this is south. Remember, you're on a spherical planet. So I'm going north and south here. Okay, so that's bad, obviously. So we're going to want to, you know, remedy that a little bit. Shouldn't be too big a deal. So let's just get some smelters going on. And I think I found a new cool trick that I like. So check this out. If we want to map out how many smelters we might need, we can do that. Right? And you know what I want to research while I'm waiting here? Something really nice. Satellite power distribution. Let's get that cooking. So check it out. I want to configure you to glass. No, not you. This glass. Yes. And let's run... How do I want to do this? I think this is how I'm going to run the output of the glass. Okay, so you're gonna go in and you're gonna go out. So check this out. If I copy this, I can overlay on top of these guys and boom. How cool is that? I did not know that was a thing you could do, but I do now. And now we've got glass coming in, right? And that looks pretty good to me. Cool. Now that may or may not be enough glass, but we'll figure it out. Now, how am I for these guys? Good. I'm going to want a few of them. Let's get... What I'll probably want to do... So you're going to go there. What I'm going to have is... Oh, do I not have any of these? Yeah, I need a little bit more steel, but I'll be able to manage for now. I usually have some of these on hand, but I need to be better about having some of those on hand, effectively. Cool. So you're going to bring in titanium for me. I only need like 500, and let's just do a demand on this dude, and they should start showing up as we speak. Beautiful. And we've got 10 of these guys to drop in there. Extra cool. And you can do the thing. And then I'm going to have titanium glass be the supply. And let's do like 2,500. Does that sound like a good number? Sounds good to me. And you're going to output the titanium, so when it gets here, we're good to go. Now, it looks like I'm starting to get low on Mark II belts, so let's go find our belt maker here. I'm going to grab 300 and so. That seems cool. And then we're done. Nice. I like that a lot. All right, and then water is the last thing we're going to need. Boom. Go, water, go. Nice. So now let's import 1, 2, 3, and I'll probably want to export these guys to here. And I should be able to sneak that in like that. Oh good, my satellite power distribution is good to go. Nice. I'll show you guys what that is in just a moment. And then we will configure you to be titanium glass, yes? And now if I were to copy you, collide with another object. Is this one not? Oh, there we go. I just had it offset wrong. Oh man, that is cool. Now let's check out, do I have the stuff to make some of these? I need frame materials. Well, we're gonna need to research frame materials, aren't we then? Yeah. Frame material, activate that research. So we can't make it just yet, but it's okay, we'll get there. Eventually I'll be able to make those things, because they are super cool to have. Alright, nice. So we've now got titanium glass in the cookery. How are you guys doing in terms of production of resources? Are you good here? So you're making 12 of these per minute, which means you're going to need 24 glass per minute, right? 24 glass per minute. And you're making... how much glass per minute? 30 glass per minute. Okay. So actually 1-to-1 is a pretty good ratio, and it makes just a little bit more glass than we need per minute. So this is actually a pretty nice setup, I would say. And if we need to amp this up, very easy, right? We just whoop right down that line. Cool. Cool. I like it. And then at some point we might, you know, move these miners onto the other side of these veins. Eventually we could, you know, bring in stone or glass or something. So I think that's a pretty nice design for our, our titanium glass. So now let's look at what we need for Casimir crystals. So you're going to need... titanium crystals are such a hassle to make. But you also need this, which is easy peasy, we've got available, and this, which is easy peasy. Hydrogen is not a problem. But titanium crystals, we should probably consider titanium crystal dedicated production line, right? So that's going to need plastic, refined oil, and water. Let's go see what we've got up north-ish. How's our refined oil production doing, actually? Not bad, actually. So you're kind of doing okay. So see, down here we've got these guys cooking, and they're kind of right now dedicated to this whole setup. But I think we should have dedicated titanium crystal producers. And remember, titanium crystals need that and titanium, but that's realistically just plastic, refined oil, and water, right? And let's not forget, plastic is refined oil and the other thing, that stuff. And we already have plastic kind of going up here, don't we? Don't we have something up here that's doing plastic and refined oil and all that stuff? Where's my plastic producer? Oh, wow. I did this? I didn't remember doing this. I didn't remember I had iron on hand. Sweet, though. I like it. Where is my plastic maker? There he is. There he is. Now, are you guys happily making... So what do you got going on here? I see. Okay, cool. Nice. So you've got a happy approach to this. So it's really just plastic, refined oil. So if we brought in titanium here... we could export titanium crystals, right? Because we've got plastic already, we take the refined oil that we, again, already have, we mix it with water, which is right next to it, so we ship in titanium, we can ship out titanium crystals, and still produce plastic for everybody? I think that's a cool plan. So let's do it. Give me 500 titanium on the demand. Boom, 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 boom. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the plastic out of here. And so I'm going to like feed the plastic in, but then take it out. And I'm going to use a splitter down here. So let's map out where we want this. So to make these guys, they are made in a chemical facility. Cool. I definitely need more steel. And I think steel is one of the few components I don't currently have available in... And I probably could do it here, though, right? Maybe cool. I don't know if that's where I want to do it right now. But I don't think I have steel available in any of my planetary doohickeys. I have to fly all the way back to get it, which is a bummer. I should really do that, though, right? I should really, really do that. Now what am I low on? Stone? Yeah. Stone, glass, these are things that I don't have easily available. And steel. I should really just set up a planetary logistics for them, just so I can grab it remotely when I'm... Oops, I didn't want to do that. Hey, cool, my, that thing's done. I'll talk to you about what that is about in a minute, because it is cool. It is a cool thing that we're definitely going to want. I'll talk to you about that in a sec. But first things first, let's get back to making our titanium crystals be available for us. So we were way up here. So what I might do... Let's do 3 and 3. Let's match these guys. Does that sound cool? Maybe we can just do 4 and 4. So if I want you to have organic crystals, right? And what was the ratio that I did over here for organic crystals? I want to remember what my ratio looked like. I think it was 3 to 2, is that right? So it was 1 to 1 on the plastics, right? And then you're making 10 per minute. You're making 10 per minute. And you need 15 per minute, right? You need 15 per minute. So it's 3 to 2, right? 3 to 2. So let's do 6 and 4. Does that sound cool? I like that plan. So what we're going to have here then is I'm going to remove you. And we're going to want plastic, refined oil, and water, right? So we're going to have refined oil coming this way. We're going to have plastic coming this way. And we're going to have water coming this way. Cool. And then you're going to do something like in, Cool. That feels good to me. I like that. Sweet. Okay, so that's ready to go for that. Then we're going to want 4 of these. So we want to get those things out. So I'm going to have you go like this, basically. And then you're going to make 4 of these dudes. So you're going to make these with the titanium from here. Cool. So you output titanium. You're gonna input. You know what? I need to bring the water and the refined oil over here, or the water and the plastic over here, don't I? So having these guys here is probably not the best plan. I should bring them. What I should do is I'm going to remove you guys for a sec. Okay. So that the plastic's going in that way. Ah, why'd you do that? Yes? Let's get this going first, so we have everything sorted, right? No pun intended. Right? And let's say your priority, let's make you the priority towards going to making plastic, right? Make plastic as your first priority. And then we're going to want... I almost never actually check that that I'm setting these up correctly, but I should probably be a little bit better about that. Boom. Water. And that's cool. And then what I'm gonna do... Good, they're making all their stuff now, which is cool beans. Is good? Now, are you guys working or are you missing something? What are you missing? Refined oil. Ah, I see. I grabbed from the wrong thing. Now everybody happy? Now everybody's happy. Beautiful. And then we'll have our 4 of these dudes like this. Okay. We'll bring titanium. No filter just for now. Might be a little tight. What we could do is loop titanium around the back. You guys are kind of in my way, but I'm not going to sweat it too hard. What we'll do... We'll bring it to here. We'll loop it up. We'll loop it down so it has like that one little lip over there. And then we'll bring the titanium to here. Okay, so you'll be configured for a titanium crystal. Okay. And we are lack of iteming it. So where's my thing? There you are, right? Grab 300 of them? How cool is that? And that should be your titanium crystal production. Can you squeeze in here? You can. Nice. So now if I copy you, let's first configure your output. You have to be a little bit close to these guys. Titanium out. Copy and paste down the line. Boom. And now you guys should be running and making a bunch of titanium crystals. And I forgot outputs, so it's just as easy to do this as it would be to copy and paste, but that's fine. Cool! Beautiful. So that makes that really nice. That makes that super nice. I don't really need you, so let's filter, or let's void that. Alright, I'm happy with this. I'm happy with this. I'm gonna need a lot more things. So, let's come back in a sec. I just happened to be walking by and noticed these guys are all out of veins to mine. Wah, wah, wah. Now, I can help speed up this a little bit. That should help a little bit, but meh. You know, we'll see. Should I look into upgrades here? There's that vein efficiency, veins utilization. It speeds things up, but also reduces ore consumption, so makes your veins last a little longer, but also harvests them quicker. It's kind of nice. Not a terrible thing. What other upgrades should I look into at the moment? A bunch of nice things to have, to be honest with you. I wouldn't mind upgrading my mechanical frame a little bit, so I run faster. That could be cool. Inventory capacity is always a nice one. Communication control would be cool. Yeah, I like that. Drone engine, we'll hold off of there. Well, I could always do this one. And drive engine lets me fly a little faster. I'm going to kick off all these little mecha upgrades for myself right now while I'm waiting for other things to work on. So, I think it's about wrapping up point for the episode. There's a few things I'm noticing. One, we're getting a little low on orange processors, and the reason for that is because of purple research cubes. Now, we just about now backstuffed purple research cubes over here. So we can see purple research cubes are kind of backstuffed at this moment, which means that shortly orange processors will backstuff and everybody else will be kind of happy-ish. But we need to wait a few minutes for that to happen. But I'm going to have to amp up a lot. Here's my basic plan for the future before we wrap up today's episode. I need more silicon. That's really what it comes down to. If we look at our solar system here, we'll note that I'm rapidly running low on silicon ore. So, priority 1, interstellar logistics. I need to get warp drive. So, warp drive will allow me to go to other solar systems. We'll find some other solar systems. We'll colonize them quickly. We will set up interstellar logistics with warp drive so that we can warp silicon back to our main planet. Once we've got that covered, I'd like to explore some of the other star systems in the immediate vicinity to see if there's anything cool, any rare materials that I would like to have. If I can find that, it'll make my future progress a little bit easier. If I can't, then not a big deal. None of the rare materials are required. They're only kind of nice to haves. So it's not something we need to worry too much about. But it's something we're going to want to be ready for, if that makes sense. So I've got a few things crafting right now that we need to catch up on. Next episode, I would like to get... so we made our titanium crystal things, right, this episode. And we made our... I think over here is where we did it. Titanium glass. Titanium's needed for a lot, obviously. Luckily, we're pretty good on titanium, right? I mean... We have a lot of titanium in the system. Hey, veins utilization, yay. We're pretty good on titanium. We're not super great on silicon, which is why I'm kind of beelining for interstellar warp drive stuff. Next episode, I'd like to automate Casimir crystals, which should be easy because everything that I need to automate is now available in our logistics network. Once I've got that going, it'll be one quick step to do plane filters. I forget if Casimir crystals are needed for anything besides plane filters, but I'm going to set them up in a logistics station all the same, just in case they are. And we're going to need to do an interstellar logistics, because interstellar logistics is what we need if we are going to do something that needs 4. So we're going to need to import those 3 resources and then export the 4th. And we might wind up changing it to import a different resource at some point in the future that's going to come through interstellar. So, long story short, we're going to want interstellar either way. And then we'll automate these guys, the plane filters, and then we'll do a little research to get closer to interstellar logistics. For now, Ep19 signing off. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. Take it easy.